Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, the energy feels a bit different today. It feels like a Saturday. It's the 18th of October. It is a Sunday, I believe. But the energy just feels a bit lighter. I think we're going to play with some fairies. So happy Sunday, guys. Good morning. Let's play with some fairies. We're going to do a Celtic cross and have a look at what's been going on over this week and how the energy stands now. And then we'll have a quick glimpse into next week. What's coming up? Okay. Let's give these cards a shuffle. The light's not fantastic today. Oh, I feel like I'm being tickled. Okay. Oh, is it by my own hair? Is that my hair? Whose hair would it be otherwise? I don't know. Okay. Being tickled. Oh, there it is. No, it's mine. Okay. Let's pull a Celtic cross. Guys, remember I do have some specials that are on at the moment. You can get an hour Skype call with me for £50 and I have two specials on the Celtic cross and the free flow reading for £25. So email me. Details are in the description box. I'm doing a Celtic cross now. So if you're intrigued what a Celtic cross spread looks like, pay attention. It's coming up. Three of Spring. Now, that's the Three of Wands, a card of manifestation. So what we're talking about today is plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience, there are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. We've come far this week, Divine Feminine. If you feel like you're... it feels a little bit alien, as in it's like you want to rest, but you feel that there's more that you need to do. No, you're good to rest. The Divine Feminines, as a collective, have had an awesome week. Okay. As in from their past efforts, manifesting now. Oh, okay, that's the challenge. Five of Autumn. So it's going through the transition. You have to believe. Okay, you have to believe in this transition and that you are actually going through it. You're through the other side. Okay, Five of Autumn. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. It's a poor timing for a career change. Why is that? Because you're on the right path. You've got to keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so the challenge is Five of Autumn. Don't go looking for drama just because you feel a lot lighter and it's like, okay, so what's next? Not drama. You can just chill out now and relax for a while. So you have this challenge, reaching out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change and feeling challenged by money issues. Okay, let's carry on pulling some cards. Right, we'll have a look at what's gone on over the week. Unity. With the masculines, most definitely. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. Now, Divine Feminine, you're already part of this spiritually minded community. So the masculine here, he looks like it's actually him that's going through the Five of Autumn, the Five of Pentacles. There's a feminine here offering him bread. What's he doing in his bag? Is he going to exchange? I don't actually know if he's in his bag. What's he doing? Oh, it looks like he's actually taking his hat off and he's like bowing. A lot of respect here. And then, there you go, there's a loaf of bread. Thank you very much. What's this in the background? Not sure what's going on in this tree here. Let's come up a bit closer, sometimes I can see it better. Looks like a fancy birdhouse. Okay. A bird box. This is really about the masculine being able to feel his way now. As you can see, he's here. There's a couple of young ones listening to him. Also, there's a little birdie. Okay. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. So seeing as you're the spiritually minded community, Divine Feminine, connecting with the collective, working on this manifestation. It's actually raising the Divine Masculine's frequency here. And he's pondering about doing the right thing for the right reason and comparing traditional versus new approaches to see which one works for him. Okay, should we have a look at the current energy? Let's do it. Life experience is the current energy, the Tower. Let go of old belief systems, doesn't say that. Doesn't say let go of old belief systems, it just says let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. There's a masculine here pointing to that Tower. Look at the feminine holding his arm. As if it feels very much as if you're right by his side, Divine Feminine. And I feel he can feel you. Okay, let's look, you're stuck like glue. Okay, Huey Lewis and the news was coming through. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I am happy to be stuck with you. I can see that you're happy to be stuck with me. Ego is in the future. We need to burn all the guilt. That's what's happening. Okay, Divine Feminine's message is just carry on doing what you're doing. And that is working your magic. Okay, manifestation magic here. In the future, we have the ego. Again, you're by his side, helping him to burn past guilt or just belief systems that no longer serve. I want to say the Divine Masculine, you've got some scrolls here that are already rolled up. Are they next in line? Guilt's the first one that's going. Okay. So we have in the future the masculine here dealing with his ego. He's still wearing a bit of a mask here, guys. This is tough. It's tough for the masculine's energy. Okay. What assistance do we have behind the scenes? Divine Feminine. There is another one here that I'm going to take. The assistance behind the scenes. I was going to say the assistance behind the streams. Let it flow. Okay, let it go to let it flow. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. I don't know why I wanted to add that, but it feels a little bit like good drama. Got a unicorn there. So you know your worth, Divine Feminine. Okay, looks like you're standing strong here. Alchemy. See all the little orbs? And also what's assisting you behind the scene is, I want to say the collective of the fairies because they're everywhere. This card is on all of them. Princess of Summer. Love. Love is assisting. Okay, this situation. So be gentle on yourself, Divine Feminine. Gentle, sensitive, kind and inexperienced. Okay. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Very nice. You need to, I do feel that you will be feeling this sensitivity, inexperience, not really knowing what to do now. You will feel the shift in the energy and find it a little bit alien. It's like, okay, does that mean this is kind of over? Like, no, it just means that you've just completed one cycle of this life experience. That you're both here to experience unity. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. So how are you feeling about this situation? I was wondering whether or not it was going to be the masculine or the feminine who was going to be speaking out how they're feeling about this situation. You're both balanced. It's a beautiful energy, guys. Card number 14, Temperance. Take everyone's input into consideration And I feel the masculine's taking your input into consideration as well, okay? Merge viewpoints to create a better solution and take your time. There's no need to rush. If you rush, you're going to scare yourself. You really are going to scare yourself. So there is this nice balanced energy between the pair of you. How this is affecting other people. Or I wanted to say how this will affect other people. Strength. I felt it was like the power couple coming together. It's like the yin yang, okay? Now, when they're together and they're blended, it's harmony. But pulling apart, saying goodbye, is very difficult. So when they come back together, you have that tension. And I feel there's no tension in the yin yang. It's sensitive. I want to say it's cautious, but it all seems to be slotting in to place. Okay. So we have the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. How this is going to be affecting others. It's the couple here of the masculine and the feminine together, especially when they're balanced, that's going to emit this gracefulness, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. And this is both the divine masculine and divine feminine shining very bright and helping others to do the same. The energy is intense. And it doesn't feel like there's much resistance, which makes it more intense. Okay. Hopes or fears then? I like this. We've got 14, 15, 16 here on the table. Go through your teenage years. That's what you feel like. Hopes or fears? Well, we just dropped them on the floor. 7 of Autumn. Okay, masculine here. Having a really good think. I imagine he's thinking about doing the right thing for the right reason. Comparing his traditional versus new approaches to see which works for him. It does look like he's having a look at the spiritual community, divine feminine, the spiritual side of life. What's it say here? Have patience and don't worry. So this is nice because it's the divine masculine, there is no fear. That's where you both need to be in this balanced state, strong, embracing how wonderful you are. No fears needed. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. Okay. So I feel divine feminine's definitely not a time for you to be thinking about a career change, okay? The masculine here, he's considering a lot of things. It could be around Halloween time, guys. It's like, it's the season. It's the season to be thoughtful. Thoughtful to the spirits. Your connection's heightened around this time of year. Should we have a look at the outcome? Eight of Summer. Divine Feminine. You look all packed up and ready to go. It came up yesterday about cleaning your space. Okay, the outcome is the desire for a more meaningful life, realising that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Wow. This realising that it's time to move on. The energy's not the same. So, now what? You've been so used to dealing with a certain energy, the resistance within it. What happens when there's no more resistance? The desire for a more meaningful life, realising that it's time to move on and choosing to make major life changes. The Eight of Summer. The Eight of Cups. Where does the Eight of Cups go? To the Two of Cups. It's time. Well, it's soon approaching. Okay, let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Summer. There's your 10 of Cups. All that you ever wanted. A little booty. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine in this boat together. It's nice. It feels like they're shielded from outside drama, karma. There's two little ones in the boat here, having a look over the edge of the boat. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Oh, Belly, don't start rumbling today. It's all good. The people you can trust. And it feels very much as if the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine they trust each other. It's kind of, I'm happy to be stuck with you. And I believe that the Divine Masculine can see that you're happy to be stuck with him. Okay. Let's clarify this a bit. Should we use a Psychic Tarot? Let's do it. That bottom card there. Material Harvest, Nine of Pentacles. Normally it's the Divine Feminine's card. We have a masculine here, offering, he's locked. It's 11:44. Calling all light workers. It's not, it's 11:45. Missed that one. Well, no, that clock there says 11:44. It's not about the time. It's about the sync. The synchronisations. Okay. Might be a minute off, but it doesn't mean you're too late. Let's have a look at this three of spring, because I'm feeling this. We're talking about your manifestation magic, Divine Feminine. You need to plan your steps with an eye to long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. You want to be congratulating yourself. You know if you've been putting in the energetic work, if you've been going the extra mile with your practices. Stand your ground. And the Emperor. Wow. So it's the Divine Masculine here. He's going to be standing, it looks like he's taken on the bloody world. Okay. Standing his ground, he looks really strong. Not stubborn. Not feeling that strong. Strong and determined. Look at this. He's enlightened. Maybe not full awakening, guys. Okay. With the fertility cards, it's like her, not only is her head, and it's more to the front, not to the back. This ring that's around his head. But interesting enough, on the world card there, it would make it appear if he's looking from a different angle. Actually, he does have this this orb around him. We call it an orb. It's power. He's really strong. Next door to the Divine Feminine here is this butterfly. Same colour. It's like mimicking. As you transform Divine Feminine, so does your Divine Masculine. That's really beautiful. Okay, so we have the Emperor with stand your ground. Divine Feminine. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. The challenge is actually reaching out to others for assistance. So that I feel like now that we've kind of pulled all the cards, this could be an issue for the Divine Masculine to actually reach out to the Divine Feminine for assistance. Poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. I'm really not sure whether that's on the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine side. All I can say is, Divine Feminine, if it's on your side, drop the worry. Poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues, which might might be prompting you to just go and do whatever, just to generate the money. But you're here for a particular mission, a divine mission. So maybe put that change of career on the back burner. And I'm saying that to the Divine Feminines. I'm not sure what the Divine Masculines are actually up to, whether or not they're feeling challenged by money issues. It's that challenging word. Okay, feeling challenged. How do you handle that challenge? Let's have a look at the Psychic Tarot. If you're offering bread, Divine Feminine, it feels like you're not really that worried about that material stuff, the money. We have the Divine Masculine with wisdom, and Divine Feminine. There's material and spiritual prosperity here. It feels very much like the Divine Masculine brings in the material side of things. You are here to kind of be that high priestess. Okay, so you're the one that downloads all the information. It's a very loving, nurturing, caring, compassionate energy that actually spurs your divine masculine on to be the Hierophant, who he does give direction on how things are done. That looks like why he might need to. This is a Hierophant here, card number 5. It's why he's actually having a look at his preaching. Okay, so has he been practicing what he's preaching? Well, it depends whether you're preaching old traditions or new belief systems. You need to practice that, and that's why Divine Feminine, you stay in your energy here. It's a big life experience going on. Wisdom, the Hierophant again. So the Hierophant's being clarified by the Hierophant. This is a lesson. The Divine Masculine is he's got the book there. It's like the book of his life. Let him do his reviewing. Material and spiritual prosperity. Okay. So it feels very much the adjustment here. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're not spiritually aligned with love, you won't even enjoy any of it. Once you feel the spiritual prosperity that comes with your ascension process, the material will come. Okay. So we have life experience, a Tower. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. Who's this feminine looking at here? I feel like this feminine, being the divine feminine's energy, while the divine masculine is doing this work that he needs to do. I feel like you're keeping watch. You're watching over him. So it's like you've got his back. Okay. Balance. That's a Justice card here. Is the divine masculine is ascending. Oh, this is lovely. This is the current energy, guys. The divine masculine is ascending, and you, divine feminine, are in the universe guiding him. I've got some more. I've got 3 more cards on the floor. $11. It's going to bring you to 22, but you're at the 21 here. I feel like the divine masculine, he needs to do some. You're definitely backing him, and he can feel that. So he can feel that he has your encouragement, and that this is the right thing to do. So he has your backing, divine feminine. In reverse, we're going to take it. We're going to take it in reverse. Discontented and boredom. I feel like... Come on. Okay. Discontented and boredom is still in... I've turned it up the right way now. I'm not feeling this. It was in reverse. I'm not feeling this because I'm feeling as if the divine masculine has got his happy on. Okay, he's feeling more balanced. If you're discontented and bored, you're kind of depressed, aren't you? Choose wisely. It's a time to choose wisely, so emotional loss. So it's really, he's in a meditation pose here at the end of the peel. And it looks like choose wisely. Do you really want to carry this heartache, this weight? This is for the masculine. But I feel this is the divine feminine's energy reverberating into his heart from the ethers. He's receiving it, guys. Choose wisely. And now he's making a decision. Okay. So that's the power of your energy, divine feminine. You bring balance to the divine masculine, whether you're aware of it or not. Once you are aware of it, you'll be more conscious about the energy that you're sending out there. It is reaching them. Okay. So the ego. That's my ego, he says. So I feel like the divine masculine's recognising when it's his ego talking. So the illusion of being trapped. Putting too much importance on material items. And I picked up with that with the material and spiritual prosperity. Okay. It's kind of the other way round. Get yourself spiritually balanced and the material abundance will just come as a result of all the good work that you've been doing on you. Okay, the internal work. Placing too much importance on material items and getting caught up in fear and worry I need to burn that. He's burning the guilt. So that looks like what the Divine Masculine is working through. Let's say that's our sneak peek into next week. Burning the guilt, and it's like, right, what's next? It feels very much like the Masculine's taking on all of his insecurities and fear. It's burning them. Got to remember, fear cannot come into the spiritual world, community. No fear. We've got two little bloody decks now. How have we got two little decks over here? Let's put them together. Okay, well, seeing as one of the decks was quite small, I feel like, okay, there might be like 5 areas, the Divine Masculine. I just picked up with the... There's 5 hands here. And then we have the 5 of Cups here with emotional loss. So I feel there could be, you know, 5 areas maybe that the Divine Masculine can pinpoint, especially we've got double 5 here. Areas that he needs to work on that may be being illuminated to him before he can feel actual balance. Let's look at this ego. Firm foundations. Divine Masculine's getting himself really strong, aligned, working on the Root Chakra. Okay. We can look at some Chakra Wisdom cards, but we're looking at the Root Chakra here. It's got the red book. That's about your belief systems. I was going to say how you were raised. Okay, well, you're getting strong now, more aligned. It's not good to do, it's not good, it's really good. It doesn't feel good to have a real good self-examination and admit to your ways, whether they were ways of the past, but there is a new, fresh way forward now. You have to let go of the past now and not worry about it. Firm foundations. Okay, that's looking into next week. Gotta let go of that ego first. What's the system behind the scene, love? 6 of Spring, the Divine Feminine, 6 of Wands. Wonderful news is on its way, Divine Feminine. Smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. You will be recognised, Divine Feminine. Okay. Princess of Summer, gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced, totally new energy. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Why? Because you are fertility, you're Mother Earth. You are the Divine Feminine. There you are behind the scene. Now, can you see it in comparison with the Divine Masculine's card? So the Empress and the Emperor. How beautiful, the peacock feathers. Hey Jasp, you right? I wanted to put them like together in what's assisting behind the scenes. You're both helping each other. And it feels like it's time that you're aware of it. Okay. Balance, how you're feeling about this, balanced. You need to take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. And you wouldn't want to rush it because you're going to miss the beauty of it unfolding. Positive movement forward here. He's a masculine in his boat, heading for that new dawn. All looks quite settled, the waters look settled. Looks like it's plain sailing. Following that bird there, I noticed the bird here. So it's like Divine Feminine, you follow your direction, okay? And the Divine Masculine, it looks like he's being recoursed. Because the bird here, I feel this is you, Divine Feminine, okay? Head for the light, straight for the light, keep ascending. The Masculine here, it might feel like he's kind of off course, but he's not. He is actually recoursing himself. So, okay, Belly. And as you can see here, positive movement forward for both of you, but most definitely for the Masculine's energy. He's being drawn by the light. how this is affecting others, how this will be affecting others. Both of you need to be extremely strong, settled, and rooted in your new belief systems, your new practices. I don't really want to call them belief systems. You just believe. Okay. You have faith. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. This also here is how I feel like it's affecting both of you. It's a very emotional energy that's unfamiliar, that's on the table. Okay. Strength. Card number 11. And we have the 11 here, don't we, with the Divine Masculine in his current energy, and you, Divine Feminine. Card number 21, last card of the tarot, completion. Let's look at the strength here. Interesting how, look around her head. Heart chakra. Your hearts are opening, both of you. Yours is fully open, Divine Feminine, you can see here. Divine Masculine, he's struggling a little bit. And I feel this is to do with trust. So, hopes or fears? I didn't feel there was any fears because we've eradicated them out of our experience. Okay, we've had enough fear in our lives to keep us going. So, to keep us going. So have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. So it feels like there's some recoursing going on here. Some changing. Some I felt like the Divine Masculine keeps chopping and changing. It's swapping and changing, I think, but it was chopping and changing. That's like when we like decluttering or anything. So you can kind of I'll tell you what I use as an example, Facebook. Yeah. So I've never really had like lots and lots of Facebook friends. I imagine maybe the most 300. Well, I managed to get them all down to like 100. I had a really good chopping session. And I didn't swap them. I swapped them for a few friends. A few of you guys. But I got it down to about 100. And then about a week later, if that, I managed to get it down to about 20. And it was just like, yeah, you can keep chopping back. Okay. And the more that you awaken, the more you find it's quite natural. There's not that attachment to the past that there used to be. Suffering in silence. The Divine Masculine knows that both of you are, to some degree, suffering in silence, but you're hanging on to hope, which isn't a bad thing, is it, to hang on to? Okay. Have patience, don't worry. Looks like the Masculine could be worrying here about you, Divine Feminine. Take time to rest and plan, and it looks like you're in this solitude state as well. Feels like both of you are not in a rush. Take time to rest and plan your next steps, a prudent investment of time and money. In a way, I feel like you're wanting each other to see your value. A prudent. This is about wanting to prove yourselves to each other and how far you've come. So it's like you want to come correct, both of you. That's why there's no rush. 8 of summer. The desire for a more meaningful life, realising that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So you've actually coming out of an old energy and you're realising it's time to say goodbye to that energy. It doesn't exist anymore. Unless you allow it to exist within your mind, and then you'll just manifest that within your physical. So the 8 of summer, 8 of cups. Off to the 2 of cups. In divine timing. I was going to say in due time. when it's ready. Solitude, Divine Feminine. It seems like the outcome is you are still in solitude. You've wrapped up your chapter. You're sitting there. You have a blank page here. You look a little bit blank. Rest up. Okay. Let's go back to this first message. We'll read this. We'll ring this message. Okay, so let's highlight this message. What book is it from? The Fairy. The Three of Spring. I've opened up to the Six of Spring, so I feel it's important we read that as well. The Three of Spring. Let's find out what's going on in this card first. And then we'll go to the Six, because I've got the Six here. What's assisting you? Three of Spring. You've accomplished much. Okay. I feel like that's preparing for like public speaking. Success and public recognition. How are we going to handle it when it comes? Okay. You won't know until it comes. You've accomplished much, and now that hard work is paying off. While you wait for your rewards to be delivered, this is a good time to take a moment and ponder your next step. You'll need to adopt a long-term perspective. We're not in that old energy anymore, guys. Don't sit in it. You're going to feel alone if you sit there. We've all kind of moved on to this new, fresh energy. The knowledge you've gained since the beginning of your latest endeavour can be used to create even greater success in the future. Well, this is one hell of an endeavour we've embarked upon. Okay, so the knowledge that you've gained since the beginning of your latest endeavour, and I want to say that's your spiritual ascension, can be used to create even greater successes in the future. It's important to have patience right now while your dreams continue to blossom. They will flourish, but it will take a little more time. Okay, the Fairy holds branches of the holly hawthorn of Glastonbury, which is overflowing with blooms from the divine tree planted by Joseph of Arimathea in the Ace of Spring. She awaits the butterfly boat that will soon come to shore from Avalon, bringing with it the treasures manifested from her hard work. Okay, we know what Avalon is? And we can have a little bit of a Googling session, that's cool. So Avalon, as far as I'm aware, is the island, and I believe it's by the Glastonbury tour. That's kind of like, that's where this is. The research I've done, it's kind of like around this area is where Avalon is energy of Avalon. So Avalon's the island that the Divine Masculines go to heal. Okay, and I want to say to heal the Divine Feminine's energy, but that's within. Okay, you need to kind of tap into your own divine feminineness and masculine within ourselves. Okay, to find our own balance. So let's have a look at Avalon, because it feels like that's where the Divine Masculines are. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Oh, it's showing me, give me a little slideshow. Avalon is viewed as a mist-enshrouded island of ancient magic and myth, an entrance to the otherworld where people lived for hundreds of years, and a modern source of inner peace and wisdom. What is Avalon? Avalon is the mystical island in Arthurian legend, also known as the Isles of Apple or Isles of Glass. The island's legendary healing powers were said to restore King Arthur King Arthur, after he was injured in a major battle, his sword, Excalibur, was forged there too, according to Arthurian authors. The location, we can give you the location. In Celtic mythology, Avalon is associated with the afterlife and was even believed to exist outside of normal time. It was thought to be accessible by islands far off Britain's coast. The Celts believed the islands were mystical gateways and referred to them as the Isles of the Dead. After Arthur was seriously wounded in the Battle of Camlan, he was taken to the island to heal. Sources claim the island was also the home of the Celtic goddess Morgan Le Fay. According to the Vita Mellini, Avalon was an island similar to the fields of Elysium, where crops flourished and people lived extraordinary long lives. Glastonbury, it speaks about Glastonbury here. Okay, I'm not sure that I want to keep going on with this. Many Arthurian authors and historians consider Glastonbury as the location of Avalon. The name Glastonbury in its earliest Welsh form translated as the Isle of Glass. Since the area was very marshy, it was understandable that the people of the time considered it to be an island. In Celtic times, the Glastonbury Tor, or hill, was a sacred religious location. Pilgrims used to follow the priests and priestesses of the pagan or old Celtic religions in a procession up to the Tor. They believed the Tor held a secret entrance to the afterlife. So, a little bit of knowledge there today on Avalon. Okay. So did we finish? I'm not sure. Oh, we're on this book. Maybe not. Did we finish? Maybe not. So the card features a person. Oh, we've gone to the 6 of spring. I think we did read it. So the fairy holds branches of the holly hawthorn of Glastonbury, which is overflowing with blooms from the divine tree, planted by Joseph of Arimathea in the Ace of Spring. She awaits a butterfly boat that will soon come to shore from Avalon, bringing with it the treasures manifested from her hard work. Additional meanings of this card: giving or receiving assurances of success, satisfaction with a job well done, seeking out an exciting new adventure, and business travel. Okay, that was what we're talking about today. Let's look at this, what's assisting behind the scenes. 6 of spring. Divine Feminines, congratulations on a job well done. This isn't a time to be shy or humble. Even if you don't normally seek attention, it's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you've created. Be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Let your unique talents and passions be known. Your role model, showing others what is possible. Wonderful news is on its way to you. It may be a promotion, a new career opportunity, or even an award. Positive recognition for your hard work is at hand. The card features a person of great accomplishments. Unicorns represent purity of thought, while the red rose petals show passion and commitment. No wonder she's such a success. Additional meanings of this card: success, receiving awards or scholarships, being in the public eye, an offer of help from someone very successful, and smart choices. It's a beautiful reading, guys. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. Sounds like there's seagulls out there. I don't even live near the sea. Okay. Should we have a look at some affirmations? Yes, let's do it. Purity of thought, the unicorns stand for. So we've got a few unicorns here. Don't take it personally. Okay, so I feel like this is what the Divine Masculine is, where he's trying to handle his ego and not letting it step in. and affect him. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yes, that's probably it. Okay. I feel like this is, it looks like the Divine Masculine, he's been like AWOL. But it's like he's been in Avalon. Boot camp. Okay. It's been quick, guys. It's been a quick transformation. So it could be that you can both feel like maybe a bit nervous, like maybe you just pooped your pants. I feel the masculine's very... they're coming across as being really strong, but behind the scenes, they're doing the work, guys. They're doing the internal work. Gratitude, that's the thing that you need to focus on. Today I'm grateful for all the little things, even when the big things suck. There are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music, and the fact that humans invented an internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any moment. I'm feeling here the Divine Masculine will be doing his research. But he'll be drawn to it. And it feels like it's definitely like online, on the internet. Okay. One more. Inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. He's got a strong voice, him, hasn't he? Okay. This is nice. It's nice energy, guys. Let's get some Archangel Oracle guidance. Would you like a Divine Feminine card today? I think that would be good. Let's see what energy the Divine Feminine's in. Archangel Oracle guidance, please. 2 of them. Outdoors. Go outside, get some fresh air and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Okay. So I'm feeling a clearing of the stagnant energy here. So open up your windows, get outside and clear through that old energy. It's not needed or wanted anymore. And it's definitely not required. You're overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. This is beautiful. Let's read this card, Overcoming Challenges. Overcoming difficulties. Okay. Focus, listen. I'm trying to. Oh, look at that, guys. When they come out, I was going to say, I am happy to be stuck with you. They seriously must be. Because they actually, like, there's outdoors and then there's overcoming difficulties. So I'm going to have to read both. Because they need to be stuck together. Connecting with nature helps synchronise your rhythms to the universal heartbeat. In this way, your natural timing improves so that you're in the right place at the right time. Being in nature renews your spirit and revives your energy level. Get outside every day, even if it takes some effort on your part. Once you're in nature, take time to smell the roses and observe the glorious beauty. Know that you're part of nature and that you're also beautiful. Working with Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel's name means beauty of God. She sees beauty in everything and everyone and helps you to do the same. Jophiel knows that when we spend regular time outdoors, we're cleared of lower energies and naturally have a more beautiful outlook on life. Call upon Jophiel to ease your schedule to allow for outdoor time. Plan a nature-based vacation move to a more rural environment, start a butterfly garden, or just connect to nature in any way that pleases you. So, top tip, get outside. Let's work on this for next week, guys. Okay. Even if it takes effort on your part, get outside daily. Overcoming difficulties. Oh, I closed the book up. There was no need to do that. I know, I just like the fun of it. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. The challenges you faced have made you stronger and have taught you new lessons. Instead of becoming bitter, you've opened your heart with compassion towards people in similar situations. You've let go of any blame or feelings of victimhood. This is why you're now overcoming your previous challenges. Your positive outlook is attracting a loving situation and new situations at a higher level of spiritual understanding. Stay positive. Working with Archangel Jeremiah. Jeremiah's name means mercy of God, and when you call upon him, Jeremiah delivers mercy to you and everyone involved. Jeremiah guides you and others to act in loving ways. He also helps you adopt a merciful outlook, which enables you to consistently treat yourself with respect and tender, loving care. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, Divine Feminine, let's have a look and see what energy you're actually in with the Divine Feminine Oracle cards. I'm going to end on a Rumi message. No, I think I'm going to do a Rumi message and then I'm going to end on a journey of love. I feel like we need to end with some poetry, so I'm just going to do what I'm told. Okay. Divine Feminine, let's have a look at what Oracle card wants to come out for us as a collective today. Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. We're just going to read while what? We're just going to read this while the Divine Masculine sorts out what he needs to sort out. Let's read this, why your soul selected this card. I need to find out, okay, whereabouts she is. 35, page number 35. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I believe we might have to read all of this. Because 44 shouted out, and 15 as well. And that's her ego, isn't it? That's my ego. 15, but it was 44 that shouted out here. When I turned it over, I can just see 44. So let's read all of this then. With passion and conviction, Teresa of Avila connects us to the love and truth available to us whenever we turn inward. Saint Teresa was born in Avila, Spain in 1515. As an adolescent, she experienced many illnesses and was confined to a bed, which allowed her to begin to explore her own thoughts. Okay. So it's very common that through illness you can be spiritually awoken. She read every book she could find on spiritual exploration and contemplative, I don't know if I said that right, contemplative prayer. I felt like the masculines were doing research here. Okay. By the time she was a young adult, she knew she wanted to dedicate her life to the interior world. She entered a Carmelite convent in Avila in 1535. She increased the emphasis on contemplative, yeah, we'll get there in the end, prayer, and eventually reformed the Carmelite order, which was later joined by St. John of the Cross. Over the course of her life, St. Teresa founded 17 convents throughout Spain. At the age of 44, she began to have a series of visions that convinced her that Jesus Christ appeared to her in bodily form, and yet remained invisible to the eye. These visions lasted for 2 years and would inform her books, especially the spiritual masterpiece, The Interior Castle, which charts the ascent of the soul as an inner journey through the 7 mansions, or states of being, that exist within us. Ultimately, Teresa wrote in the hope of assisting her sisters in the convent to also reach the innermost castle where God dwells in our soul. She reminded them that we ourselves are the castle, and that the door of entry into this castle is prayer and meditation. Her own personal spiritual experience is at the root of her instruction. The closer she gets to the 7th mansion, where the soul ascends, which requires going further inward, the stronger the light is. She describes the ways to discern the voice and presence of the divine within us, and the certainty of God that arrives that cannot be explained or doubted. This inner journey was so significant to Saint Teresa because she believed that God didn't care about the magnitude of anything we do, but rather the amount of love that we do it with. Pope Paul VI named Saint Teresa a doctor of the Church in 1970. Her spiritual writings are considered integral to the Spanish Renaissance and to the history of Christian mysticism. Okay, so when your soul selects her card, Saint Teresa is a call for the importance of the interior life. She knew intimately about the spiritual wealth we all possess and have access to if we are willing to go inward. She not only emphasised the need to meditate and to pray in order to reach that innermost castle where the soul waits for us, but she also instructed the sisters of her convent on how to discern the presence of the soul, or of a saint, or of a holy person that is giving us wisdom from within us. She had a bookmark that supposedly read, "If you have God, you will want for nothing. God alone suffices." This synthesises the wisdom of her experience. Nothing less than divine love will satiate a seeker, especially once you have met with it from within. She urges us to meditate, to pray, to go inward, and meet with the presence of the soul. And then she asks for us to believe that it is real, and that the answers we find are real. She asks us to move that inner truth out into the world with confidence and conviction. The soul voice meditation. What does love feel like in my body? And the intention, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. That's a beautiful card to have. Journey of love. Oh, I was going to get you a chakra. I want to bypass the chakra wisdom oracle cards. I changed my mind. Let's get to. I was going to end on a journey of love. Okay. Let's get a roomy card. Got a lot of cards on my table. So that was the outcome, guys. The 8th of summer, that's when we go into the void, solitude, okay? Preparing for the 2 of Cups to emerge. Right, there's our roomy message. Let's see what the message is for today. From nothing to everything. Card number 16. Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside. even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are, at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. There is a great story to be impressed upon your essence than the one you are currently dreaming up. Though you are brilliant, no doubt about it, my angel of love, there is one who is even more so. The imagination of this great writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from that cosmic poet. I felt like we needed to end on a poem. I don't know. The imagination of this great writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from that cosmic poet in every moment are so rich, they inspire the creation of art and music. One such story is especially created for you. Yes, you. With a starring role and all the best supporting cast, you shall gasp in wonder, awe, glee, and delight when you hear it. It is a great romance, a great adventure, with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Would you wish to hear it? Become attentive now. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as they may seem right now, and prepare to be entranced by the greater storyteller, the living poet of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your unfolding divine destiny. There are moments on the path of love that seem to focus on letting go of identities, of knowledge and certainty, of opinion and even attempts at control. We may feel as though we are being stripped back to our core, and even then, perhaps further still. We may wonder if we can bear it. What shall, if at all, remain intact through these rigours? We may feel challenged every time we attempt to become something great, as though we are blocked by circumstances beyond our control. Again and again, it is as though a greater hand smacks our wrist the moment we try to take hold of something firmly, someone, anything that brings us certainty or inner stability. Such are the rigours at an advanced stage on the path. We meet this challenge when our soul is ready for it. Why must it be thus? This is a sage question indeed. When we are asked to dispense with our story, the interpretations we have given to our life experiences over the years, we may not hear the request at first. We may vaguely note it, but not recognise the great divine source asking this of us. So we do not give such an inclination due accord. We may persist with spinning our own tales instead. Oh, our mind may fancy itself to be a great wrangler of the world, impressed with its own judgments and declarations, yet in the light of comparison with the divine tale for our soul, all our fancies shall pass away, revealed as so very frail, like clouds dissipating in the sky. Perhaps we are graced with the realisation there is so much more, or perhaps we still don't get the hint and move into struggle as we try to enact what we think our story should be. We may hit obstacle after obstacle and create even more terror in our storytelling, that life is such pain, a struggle, that success may not be for us, that we are forgotten and unheard. Yet we could equally choose to wonder if obstacle after obstacle, closed door after closed door, is just a prompt to look for the open window to climb through. And if so, instead of seeking to impose our small story upon the great truth, we can live the truth of our divine destiny. Then something magical happens. We participate through presence, along with the unfolding story of our soul journey. We open up to whatever is asked of us, presented to us, happening through us, as we choose each day to come alive as much as we can. Then, as if by magic, there is something else that occurs. That would be grace. Real, rich, dripping with goodness and substance, grace. This is the sacred blessing that enables us to pay attention to opening doors rather than closing ones. The divine assistance that lets us know our life is proceeding according to a greater intelligence and plan. Once we stop thinking quite so much and live day to day, we will be blessed with the realisation that our individual life story is so much more extraordinary and perfect than anything we could have summoned, even with our wildest imagination. So this oracle comes with guidance for you. You are being asked to let go to receive, to become empty, to be filled. This may mean letting go of attachment to a lover so you can receive genuine love. It may be of no longer holding onto a fantasy of your dream job, but of being guided into your most soulful and successful vocation. It may mean letting go of wishes for your body or health to be other than it is, so you can simply get on with living each day, taking steps into wellness without thinking beyond one day at a time. It is the divine paradox that when we are asked to surrender a story, a fantasy, it is because reality is knocking at our door, more often than not, with the delivery of what we have been fantasizing about, but in the best way for us. The human experience of this paradox is that you may feel you are giving up hope, that your fantasy is dying. It may be very painful and bring you much grief, but all that is dying is your attachment and opinion about how it must come. This needs to happen so you can stop dreaming and start living. This is what is happening for you now. Do not fear any part of your process. Embrace it without expectation, with trust in your heart that the divine is simply guiding you from fantasy into fulfillment. Sacred honouring ritual. Place your hands in prayer and bow your head. Say aloud, I choose to trust in the great genius unfolding in my life. I give thanks for the blessings of grace now flowing into my heart. I have no need to know. I trust in the perfection of my being unfolding with innate intelligence and wisdom. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, holds me in his protection, and I accept my destiny with a peaceful and trusting heart. Please help me to surrender the stories, attachments, fantasies and fears that have held me back from living my heart's desires fully. I now choose unconditional trust in the loving genius of life to lead me into my fulfilled destiny now. So be it. You have completed your sacred honouring ritual. It's pretty amazing reading today, guys. So let's end on a journey of love. It's like they've climbed up. Okay. You want this one as well? Okay. We got any coffee left? Yes, a little bit. Okay, the first card is Distant Shores. Card number 18. Your soul is yearning for more. The divine is all, and there are no limits to what can be experienced by the soul. The soul is so hungry for divine reunion that it will seek out whatever is needed to get there, even if that means journeying to strange or exotic shores for expanded experience. You may be feeling this soul impulse as an urge to travel, to try something new, to let go of the limitations of your mind in how you see your current life, and to begin to see the new in what was once familiar. The art of the passionate soul is to be able to see that which is new and fresh, even in what is known, though sometimes we can use the help of a fresh vista to inspire the mind to open and the heart to be ready to receive more. It's time for you to reach for that distant shores. It's time for you to reach for the distant shores that are calling to you now, beloved. Don't pack your bags with too much though. You'll travel light and easy with less baggage, and you'll need plenty of space to receive that which is new. This oracle brings you a message. You will benefit greatly from travel right now. You may travel through the mind, reading journals of faraway lands or times, or watch a film that transports you. Moving your body to a different place is another way, bringing fresh energy by unplugging you for a short time from what you know to plug you into a different circuit so that you may receive different energy. So when the opportunity to travel arises for you soon, whether it be a jaunt far away or a day in a different place, take it. Don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. The divine is so much more important, intelligent and capable of genius than what mere logic would have us believe. Oh, let's read this. I waited for dawn, not wanting to go, but knowing I soon would have to leave. I waited for the first light, listening, joining with you on each breath and each exhale. I watched as morning came and you gently stirred, knowing our love was not measured in time, not the minutes that quickly passed or the hours as departure approached. How I wanted to linger, how I wanted to tell you that this moment would last forever and whisper one more time, I love you. And then you held me and said it first, and goodbye no longer mattered. The next card is Sacred Convergence, card number 28. Let's jump on 20 pages then. 20 pages, Lucy. I can't do my math. It's good. 10. There is a coming together happening within your body and soul, a unification of all that is within you. This is akin to travelling to a strange land, as all sorts of new sensations, not all welcome at first, begin to make themselves known to you. If you are experiencing discomfort within your own body or uncertainty, and a sense of expansion to include more of life in your thoughts and feelings, then you are conscious of this sacred convergence. It is like two worlds or more colliding. If you are sensitive, you will feel it happening as an important event without necessarily having a physical situation to attribute the experience to or upon which to hang an explanation. You may also be encountering this in a very physical sense by finding yourself in situations which you have previously would have avoided. You may be meeting people and thrown into relationship with them, apparently more by circumstance than by your own conscious choosing. This is a meeting of you with your shadow and something to rejoice in, even if it is uncomfortable at times. Be gentle and loving with yourself and kindly seek to find the beauty in what you are learning about yourself in your interactions and experiences. You are a wise soul, seeking to know yourself rather than judge others. Remember your divine perfection as you are thrilled and challenged in this time of great growth. You are guided to be curious, as though travelling to a foreign land and remaining open to experiencing its treasures. This oracle holds a message for you. A deeper part of yourself is calling you forward. Any discontent, struggle, anxiety or fear is a subconscious recognition of this. Don't worry. You are a unique plant in the divine garden. You don't have to know what plant you are in order to grow. You just need to live each day and the growth happens naturally. Then you can see, over time, the beauty of your true nature revealing itself to you. It will be a revelation to be relished. Okay. Let's end on this poem. From the white foam on a surface of blue to the mystery beneath the waves. Wherever your travels may lead, may the artist's touch inspire us to explore the ocean realm and celebrate the beauty as land gives way to water and water to the unknown. Wow. Guys, have yourself a fantastic Sunday and I will catch up with you soon. Okay, take care. Oh, it was 11414. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.